Right now, we're going to turn it over to Marc Jackson, the former Temple Owl, former NBA standout, and now Sixers analyst for NBC Sports Philadelphia, who I believe may or may not be in Florida. Marc, where are you reaching us from? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm calling you from Tampa, Florida this morning.
That's what I thought. So the camps are continuing. I guess we might as well start right there, right? Jacko25LLC.com. You're down there running one of your basketball camps.
Yes, just finished up my first basketball camp of the summer here in Tampa, Florida. Had an incredible event in an incredible brand new state-of-the-art facility, a facility called Hoopworks in Tampa, Florida. Incredible. Got a bunch of kids. A bunch of them are some top 50 high school players in the nation, and it was an incredible event.
I forgot to ask you, what's your go-to breakfast when you're eating out?
Oh, me, it's always oatmeal, honey, almonds, walnuts, and bananas.
That is way healthier than what the PT is eating for breakfast. You do realize that, right?
Yeah.
People say, how did you get to be so big? For me, it's wide. For you, they're talking tall, right?
Getting there, yeah.
So,
I'm always as an eater.
I'm sure you got to feed the engine. So you've got the camp going on in Tampa, but then there's stuff coming up later on in the year in Philadelphia, right?
Yes, we fly back today. I have another camp that starts this Monday to Friday, at Jefferson University, which is AKA the old Philly U, AKA the old Textile University.
Mm-hmm.
It's officially sold out. So it's going to be another incredible event with me and a couple of other coaches. We have about 37 years of professional basketball experience that's going to be teaching these young kids and help rounding them into better basketball players than when they came in. It's going to be incredible.
That's fantastic stuff. You can find out, the old Textile, I can remember going by that. It's, Ridge Avenue becomes Henry Avenue as you're going down there and winding your way around through what I still call a Textile because I'm old. But, the name has changed. That's Herb McGee, right?
Exactly. Herb McGee's gym. Yes, sir.
So Jacko25LLC.com is where you can find out more information on Marc Jackson and his camps. But let's talk and twist over to a little Sixers talk here, too. First and foremost, do you like the pick? Let's start with that. It's a defensive-minded guy, right? Matisse, to me, Mark, was the name of a painting, right? That's an artist, right? Do you have a Picasso? Do you have a Renoir? Do you have a Matisse? And now the Sixers have a Matisse, and they hope it's a masterpiece.
That was a good liner right there. I like that.
Feel free to use it.
Sixers drafted a guy who is he's ready to play. They drafted a guy who's going to come in. When you see him play, when you first start off, he's going to remind you a lot of Robert Covington, but a little bit more advanced. This guy he's about 6'5", 6'6", 7-foot wingspan. And he's a pogo stick. He's an athlete. He's a shutdown defender. I just still have a couple of questions, though, because he's played in a system where they play mostly matchups 2-3 zones. So he was the first player in history that averaged over 3 steals and 2 blocks a game. That's incredible as a shooting guard in college basketball. You look at his career numbers. He shoot his career. Now, he didn't shoot the 3 great this past season, but his career – 4 years, shot over 50% from 2, 37% from 3, and 77% from the foul line over his career. Those are impressive numbers. So what are the Sixers getting? The Sixers getting a player who can step in now in a rotation and contribute immediately with no hiccups. And all you got to do is work on his shot, and hopefully that'll come. But if he never gets his shot to where you want it to be, right now he's going to come in and contribute as a rotation player.
Well, and the fact that he went to all 4 years of college, too, and they did that with their second-round choice, too. Shayok spent 5 years at college. So, I mean, it seems like the modus operandi for Elton Brand and the Sixers is, look, we'll get a guy out of college, but let's get a guy with a little experience under his belt, not somebody that we have so much work to do right when he first comes in.
Agree. And I thought Elton's statements were right on target when he said, adding young guys, having a team full of young guys with championship aspirations is not the way to go. And I agree to that. So if you're going to bring some guys in to help your lineup, to help your rotation, to help build, you're trying to win now. The Sixers win now. So if you go back, a lot of people who were on the hinky bandwagon are going to hate what Elton Brand and what the Sixers are doing now because they're not getting many assets for the future. What they're doing is they're getting pieces that help them win now. It's not a process. The process has went full circle, and now they're trying to close the back door on that process and make it about now. And they're trying to draft players that can help them now, that can rotate now, and which is important. They sold off a lot of them second-round picks. So keep that in mind. They're making space for something. They traded John Fitzsimmons away, which saves them $1 million. And people say, oh, well, you gave up a veteran player for John Fitzsimmons. Yeah, that may be true. But you gave up a guy who didn't earn Brett Brown's trust, respectfully. You know, because I thought John Fitzsimmons came in, and when they were traded for him, I said, oh, they got a guy who's going to come in and be an impact player immediately in the rotation. And that never came to fruition. So they traded a guy away that Coach Brett Brown never trusted or had trust in to help his ball club. And they saved $1 million. So they saving money, making room, having options for June 30th.
Yeah, June 30th is the next big date coming up, free agency. A lot of talk about that. But before I go to that, I do want to say you're talking about the second-round picks. I saw a tweet from Mike Gill that said people ripped the Sixers for years because they accumulated second-round picks. Now they are mad because they traded a bunch of second-round picks away. Hashtag Sixers Twitter is truly one of a kind.
Yes. Yeah, you know, we're Philly, so we're going to kill him no matter what. He could have drafted Zion or whoever, and we still would kill him because we like the way he drafted him. So it's just the way Philly fans are. We're hard, but we show tough love. We do love it. We love the organization and what they're trying to do now as far as win, and their mindset is to win now. I really like the aggressiveness that's with the Elton Brand and the 76ers coming out here with trying to get something done immediately, trying to put an impact. So listen. Yes, congratulations to the Toronto Raptors. They won the championship. But there's a lot of question marks regarding that roster, and primarily their main guy. If their main guy, Kawhi Leonard, who rumors have it, we might get a meeting with him, or if not, if he leaves that team, the team to beat is Milwaukee. So, we got to keep it on. Boston now is in a reloading phase. I think the Sixers have to have some pieces that can truly help them solidify that East position and battle with the top teams to come out of the East and hopefully represent Philadelphia in the championship.
So many question marks about free agency as that's about to open up, and the news came out, I guess, yesterday, too, that Tobias Harris's younger brother is going to play on the Sixers summer team. Is that enough to convince Tobias to stay around, or is it the money?
No, it's not. The money speaks. The money speaks. Having his brother around, I don't know. They might not have had the best relationship as brothers. I don't know if they like my children, but my three boys fight all the time. so he might not look at it as that. He might like it, okay, good for you, now pay me my money. So when that comes around, I think that will be important to his decision. I'm hoping they sign Tobias, even though he didn't play too good in the playoffs. I think with a year, a training camp, an entire season under his belt, he's a perfect complement to Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, and who else they bring in. You know, I would like to see Jimmy. But, I mean, I wake up this morning, and I'm turning on the TV, and I'm hearing all these us talking heads talking about Chris Paul is a real option, a sign and trade Jimmy to Houston for Chris Paul.
Right.
You know, I'm hearing a lot of that. And I have some questions. Do I think it'd be great for our organization, 76 organization? Yes. I've been teammates with Chris Paul. He is by far, pound for pound, the meanest basketball player I've ever played with or against. And I think he will bring some of that Jimmy Butler toughness in there, as well as some more leadership.
Marc Jackson with us, NBC Sports Philadelphia Sixers analyst. Find him on Twitter at Jacko2544. So those are the names, Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, JJ Redick, that the Sixers all have to deal and figure out if they're going to bring them back or not, and will they come back. Of those three, who do you see coming back? Who do you see gone?
I think JJ is important. I think JJ, you need shooters. You need shooters that can shoot on the move. And not just be stand still marksman. JJ commands so much attention. I think his presence is great. But I also think we can't have wishful thinking. And here's the fact. The fact is, because of the way JJ can shoot the ball, the way he can move, there's been a lot of people, a lot of teams that might look to overpay JJ to get him in the services. So the 76 is going to come at JJ right and come at him hard, and hope he'll stay. But I think Tobias is another key. You know, I want to run it back. I want our same entire team, and I want to run it back. But if we had to make a choice, I think JJ and Tobias are the way to go.
Well, the only thing we need to do now, Mark, is fix the hat fiasco of the way the NBA is set up. That seems to be the only thing that people are complaining about the most.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you think it'd be better if they opened up free agency before the draft?
Absolutely. 1,000%.
I think it'd be a better move. I think it'd be better for the draft. I think things that make more sense, and I think it will flow better. I really think either move the draft back or move free agency up.
The league has done a great job of keeping the attention going, and just like the NFL, there's never really an offseason. That's the one hiccup to me with hats that aren't the right hats, and you know they're not going to go there. You know, just fix it. Just change that, and everything's good.
Exactly. They come out the way it should be. Because the kid put on the hat on, we just look at him like, why you even had a hat on again? You know?
Yeah.
So I agree with you. They got to change that.
Marc Jackson with us. Hey, Mark, thanks for being on the first ever Pete Thompson show. I appreciate it, buddy, and I hope I can hit you up again.
You know I'm always here for you. This is going to be a great show. Great job finally doing it.
That's what I like to hear. At Jacko25LLC.com. Find him at Jacko2544 on Twitter. Safe travels, and we'll see you back in Philly, Mark.